Hey guys, Peter here. In this video, I'm going to cover 3 apps that I use right here on my iPad that helps me so much as a performer, as an accompanist, and as a teacher. Just as a musician in general, it helps me keep everything located in one spot. And it's 3 apps that I use literally every single day, whether it's for practice or for performance. Okay, I want to go over all 3 of those. And now these apps are really good because they help musicians across the board. You don't need a pianist to have these. You can be a drummer, you can be a strings player, you can be a wind player. These apps are designed for just musicians in general. Okay, and it also doesn't matter what skill level you are, because these you can use all 3 of these apps at any stage of the game. Okay, so if you haven't done so already, please make sure you subscribe and click that little thumbs up for me. Like the video, please. It really helps support my video and allows me to keep doing these videos for you guys. Okay, let's get started. So the first app that we're going to talk about is just your standard metronome. What do I use as a metronome for all of my music? Okay, you see it here on the bottom right of my tablet, and it's this guy. It's the one with the music notes with the little ticks on it. Okay, and this is found in the App Store. It's called Soundcorset Metronome and Tuner. It's just your standard metronome. You can set how fast or how slow. You can slide it. I can't grab it. You can slide it around wherever you need it to go. You can hit plus or minus depending on what you want to perform at, or your teacher wants you to practice, or whatever. You can set that, and of course you just hit play and it'll start clicking for you. You can move it as it's clicking. Standard metronome. Now I always leave this at 0 so that I don't have an extra different sound click, right? If I have it on 4, it just kind of forces you to start at a certain time. I don't like to have that. Okay, the thing I really like the most about this is this little button right here with the 4 little bars and the arrow moving up. Now what this does is it allows me to set a beginning tempo and an end tempo, so that I can structure my practice time a little bit and get faster at the same time. So let's say I was practicing scales. I'm just going to make this simple for now. Keep it at 80, and I can set my ending. Let's say I want to go 15 clicks. Okay, I set my tempo. Now I can go to here and click on my seconds. Unfortunately, that's what you have to use. You have to use seconds instead of minutes. But simple math will help with that. So I have it set for 300 seconds or 5 minutes. And I can set my metronome, and after 5 minutes is up, I would have increased by that 15 minutes. So okay, and as it goes, time goes on, goes faster. All of a sudden I'm at 95. Sorry. Okay, in over 5 minutes. Of course, that happens at such a slow, it's such a gradual increase. You're not even going to notice it. And especially for beginning intermediate players, as a teacher, I have them turn it around so they can't see the tempo that it's increasing. A lot of times that kind of gets it's kind of a mental block too. They see it's like, oh no, it's getting faster, and you start to panic a little bit. So I have them turn it around and just kind of guesstimate what 5 minutes feels like. And again, it's so gradual you don't even really hear the difference. The difference between 80 and 81 is so very good for increasing speed on a certain section, on your scales and arpeggios. It doesn't matter. Very, very good app for that. And again, you can use this for any instruments, just a metronome. I'll show you a little bit about the tuner. The tuner is not the greatest because the microphone on a tablet really literally picks up everything. So if I play a note and I'm talking over it, you can see the notes still bounce around. But if I'm silent, there it goes. think it's picking up some of the outside noise. There it goes. There's the A. Okay. You can see how it kind of moves around a lot because it's picking up so much just ambient noise. It kind of gets cluttered. So not the greatest tuner, but a very, very good tool for using a metronome. Okay. Now, let's kind of go on. The next app I want to talk about is an app called Sight Reading Factory, and you'll see it down here. It's SRF. Okay. Now, in order to get access to this app, you have to go to your browser first. Go to sightreadingfactory.com. I'll leave a link in the description below. Go to it and sign up for it. Get your username and password on the website first. Go and register for it first. Okay. And then you can download the app and then input your information onto the app. You can the thing that I don't like about it is that you can't sign up for it on the app. You have to do it on the website first. But once you get it, this is what the app looks like. Okay. If I click on Go Practice, as you see, it's not just piano. It's all instruments, ensemble, rhythm only, piano, voice, guitar, strings, all that stuff. So I'm going to click on piano. It gives you the option to choose your difficulty level. Okay, and let's say I clicked on 5. It shows you what type of note values will be used in that. So whole note, all these 8th notes and 16th, and it'll show you the type of rests. And then the type of intervals, no greater than 6. You can see that all there. Confirm. I usually just do 4/4 just to practice that particular time signature. But know that you can use all of these different time signatures. Or you can have it randomly generate. Okay. Now, depending on your level, the level you choose, the top part is going to be the suggested ones to use. You can click on one individually if you just want to practice a certain key. Or what I like to do is just random suggested key signature. And it'll choose from one of those yellow key signatures. You can do timed practice, which will give you a certain amount of time before you start. I just go to regular practice. I take a look at it. Okay, looks like I'm in D minor here. So I have kind of my position-ish, and you can just start playing. You just start playing. My fingers weren't the greatest on that, but on this level you have dynamics and such. Let's go to one of the early ones. I want to show you kind of what it'll look like at the beginning. We'll do level 1. Okay, no greater than the 3rd. This is all going to be within a hand position. And you notice that that yellow box is smaller. C, F, and G. Random suggested. Regular practice. Here we go. C position, because it's in the key of C. Okay. Okay. Now, great thing about this. If you go down here, you can actually change the tempo of what you want to try to perform at. Beginning, I always recommend around 60, maybe even 50. And if you hit play down here in the bottom corner, what will happen is it'll load, give you 4 clicks, 3, and you play along. 4. And you can set, and you can hear if obviously you're playing it wrong like I just did, right? Because it's playing along with you. It gives you that instant feedback. You can hear that I'm playing the wrong notes. You can hear if you're playing wrong. And I'm doing that on purpose so you guys can hear the difference there. Okay. Very good practicing tool for your sight reading. Every instrument has it, and you can play along with any instrument, and it'll do the transposition for you. So if you're playing a B flat trumpet and you're just going to sight read level 1, you do the same thing, random suggested key, regular practice. Take a look at it, play through a little bit on the trumpet, and it'll match the sound of the trumpet. The trumpet's not a C instrument, so that G will not sound a G on a piano, right? If I play that G on a trumpet and a G on the piano, it won't match. It'll match for you, okay? Very, very useful. I literally use this every day. I try to do it every day, if not every other day at least. Several exercises to practice my sight reading. If you have a teacher, you know your teacher should be really, really big on sight reading, because it just allows you to learn new music much faster, so you can get to more things quicker. Okay? Very, very good way of practice. And as a teacher, I can actually create assignments for my students and send them to them. Okay? Straightforward there. That's really about it for that app. Again, in the App Store, it's going to be free. You purchase everything online. I think it's like $35 for a year. It's pretty cheap because you're going to be using it every day. Well worth the money. Okay. The last one that I want to talk about is this app, kind of in the center, down at the bottom. It's got kind of this like weird shape, blue with some weird thing black. It's supposed to stand for ForScore. It's supposed to be an F, and it looks like an S. ForScore in the App Store, I think, is about $20 now, I think. Well worth it. Now, what this allows me to do is this allows me to keep all of my music, all of it, in one location. If I were to put all the music that were on here, I mean, this music would take up shelves, a lot of shelf space. But I keep it all in one spot. It stores it within the app, so you're not taking up storage on your iPad. You can see here, I kind of have it arranged in composers, but if I were to go to all of my scores, you can see I have a lot here just in the amount of scores, but each score might have more than, obviously, one page, right? So, let me show you how I use this. Let's use this one. I'm using, this is one of the pieces that I use for accompaniment work. So, keeps all my music here. Now, let me show you how easy this is to play along with. So, I'm going down to the bottom, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. If you've been an accompanist, or you've done shows where you have to actually physically turn a page, and you grab one page and you flip it quickly to try to get back to your music, sometimes 3 or 4 pages stick together, maybe 2 if you're lucky, or none if you're actually really lucky, and they all come over, and then you have to flip them back to find exactly where you are. With this, turning the page, it's just a matter of touching the direction, the side of the screen that you want to turn. If you want to turn it forward, you're going to touch the right side. If you want to turn it back, you're going to touch that side, and it's going to go forward, back, forward, back. Oh, it's just a matter of a quick touch. 3, 4, 1, 2. If I'm going to go back down here to the bottom, 2. I just did that page turn just by simply touching the screen. You can edit this. You can write on it. So if you have any notes to make, for me, if I have any notes from my director, I can write whatever I want. I'm just writing squiggles for now. You can erase. Just has all the capabilities of paper without actually having all that paper on here. And you can experiment with that if you do get the app yourself. Now, along with the ability to turn pages with your fingers, I've made it easier on myself, and I've gone out and purchased a pedal page turner. It's a Bluetooth, so it's connected Bluetooth, no cables, no attachment necessary. And this just works just like your finger does. If I want to turn the page forward, I click this side, I click the right side, and I didn't have it calibrated yet, so the Bluetooth is just clicking on. So here we go. Right turns it to forward, and left turns my page backwards. And so let me put it on the first page so you can see it. Forward, backwards. And I just use this with my left foot. So not only, now I don't even have to worry about touching the page if I don't want to. I can do it all with my foot. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to move down to the bottom. 2. And I don't have to lift up my hands from the piano. I don't have to lift up my foot from the damper pedal if I need it to hold down for harmonies. I don't need to do any of that at all. And because you're in control, you don't have somebody turning your pages for you. You decide when you want to change the page. can just play all the way through without having to have anybody help you. Very, very good, because you can store as much music on here as you would like. Now, this music that I have, I accompany, so I get this music from the choir or whoever I'm playing for, and I literally just scan it from the like a printer or something and put it on here using my computer, Bluetooth computer. You can scan it this way. If you're in a rush and you just want to take a picture of it, you can take a picture of it, snap it, boom, and then you can import it that way, save it that way. Now, just to kind of give you an example too, I have Beethoven's text, so I have all 32 sonatas right here on this. Literally, I can scroll through. It's this particular one's 300 pages, 300 pages right here, as opposed to a 300-page book. Very, very simple. Okay, you can kind of get the app and kind of mess around with it a little bit, and you can start to figure out what things how to really use it. I don't want to go too much about how to use it, but if you do get this, you get the foot pedal with it. I think total everything for this app, I think, was total about $100, but it beats spending $30 a time for the new book that your teacher wants you to work on, and then only using one piece out of it and then buying another one for the next composer. So much easier. Everything's right at my fingertips. I don't have to do anything else. Everything is right here. Great thing about this, the app I can use while I'm looking. I can use the metronome while I'm looking at music. So if I was looking at this music and this is what I was going to play, it plays in the background, which is very useful. So all of these things really work well together. This is what I use. Okay, guys. Let me show you real quick too. Let me show you how to get music in there. A lot of the music that you'll get, especially if you have a classical teacher, a lot of the music is pretty old. Beethoven, Mozart, Bach, they're all old. So what I use is to get this music. So let's say my teacher wanted me to learn Minuet in G by Christian Petzold. I can type Minuet in G, and then I can type IMSLP, and this is basically a public domain website for like classical music. It's I forget the name of the Petrucci library. There it is, Petrucci Music Library. And just by using this website, you can find the music that you want, find an edition, and I just want to show you real quick. Let's say this is the score I want to use. You just have to accept the disclaimer. That's not a big deal. But watch how easy it is to get from here, this music right now, on Safari. I go up, this little up arrow, which is the upload, and I can find ForScore. I click on ForScore, and boom, right there in front of me. That simple. And that's how I was able to get all this other music on here too, all my other classical music, the Beethoven text. I found that a PDF version on IMSLP, and I was just able to upload it directly to here. Very, very simple, very easy to use. Chopin, Mozart, any composer, again, before the 1900s, the 20th century, you can just upload for free because it's all public domain. Okay, I hope this was really helpful. If it was, please make sure you subscribe. Make sure to like the video. Again, it just really helps support this channel, allows me to do more videos like this. Okay, and I will see you guys next time.